Hello everyone, Gordy's getting back with another episode of Raw Results for May 22nd, 2017. If y'all do like, please leave one and subscribe. But anyway, this week's show opens up with a video package hyping up the Fatal 5-Way Extreme Rules No One Contender match at Extreme Rules, which is in 2 weeks, I believe, between Bray Wyatt, Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, Samoa Joe, and the forever loved Roman Reigns. Bray Wyatt then makes his entrance. He gets on the mic and asks the people to stand up, for the soon slaves of the beast shall be liberated. Stand up and rejoice, for your one true savior, Bray Wyatt. The beast is all around us. He lives in each and every one of us. The leash that society wraps around our necks. He's the reason our children can't sleep at night. He's the voice in the back of your head that tells you not to stand and fight, but to run. But Bray, he's in control, man, and soon he'll rip open the beast's chest and feast on his black heart. The beast will die, man, the most brilliant of deaths, at the hands of our one true savior, Bray Wyatt. Baby Orton, come back, man. He says, at Extreme Rules, 4 men will suffer, and he will begin his brilliant crusade to slay the beast once and for all, because he alone can protect us, and he asks us to rise once again. You think Seth Rollins can protect you? Seth's destiny ends in malice because Bray sacrificed him. And what of Samoa Joe? Well, he sacrificed Samoa Joe too. In this world, there are no friends, only followers. Don't believe him? Just ask Finn Balor. That's exactly what he's talking about. We all try to live vicariously through Balor, but Bray promises that by the end of this even, the demon will see the truth. That only Bray can slay the beast. But wait, there's more. A man who claims this whole place is his yard, Roman Reigns. Bray Wyatt wanted to ask Roman a question, one question. What is one little silly yard mean to a man that owns the world? Again, he tells the people to stand and says that this is his world. Enter Roman and cue a shit ton of boos. He comes out and says, this is my yard. And nothing has changed. He always lets his temper get the better of him, but Bray says he's the truth and the only one that can beat Brock. Reigns disagrees, saying he's going to be the one to beat the other 4 at Extreme Rules and beat Brock Lesnar. And that's the truth. The damn truth. But the only thing on his mind right now is how he's gonna get Bray out of his yard tonight. Then, wait, he tells Bray, okay, never mind. But, then Roman Reigns enters. I thought he entered before, but he enters here. He tells Bray to hold on, saying that the Fatal 5-Way at Extreme Rules could be the most important match of the new era, but he wants to find out who's gonna have the momentum going into the show, and he doesn't want to wait, so he books Roman versus Bray right now. Wait, they meant Kurt Angle. I don't know. These notes are messed up. But anyway, the referee, John Cone, runs down, and the match will begin after the break. Match begins after the break. Pretty good match. Didn't like the ending, though, because it had Samoa Joe run in, put the coquina clutch on Reigns. Wyatt thought he was going to turn on him, but Wyatt's like, go ahead, take care of him. He threw him down, and then Wyatt started to beat down, and then Samoa Joe got Coquina Clutch on Wyatt, and then Seth Rollins came down, helping out Wyatt, but that ended in them brawling and stuff, and then it had Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins taking on Bray and Samoa Joe later in the night, because Kurt came out and announced it. But Roman's won by disqualification. And after that, commentary. Excuse me. Commentary talks up Finn Balor versus Carl Anderson for later in the night, as well as Matt Hardy versus Sheamus. A match where the winner picks a stipulation for their tag title match at Extreme Rules. And to be honest, this Extreme Rules coming up does not seem extreme at all, because there are no Extreme Rules matches at all. And I know that doesn't just apply to that match, but I mean, come on. Well, we come back from commercial. Rowan is telling Seth he doesn't need his help. Rowan says no offense, but he didn't come to help. He came to get Joe. Blah, blah, blah. Angle rolls up and says, oh, we're going to have a tag match. Holla, holla, playa. Between Rollins and Reigns taking on Wyatt and Joe. Then he walks off. Then the Drifter drips by and gets Kurt's attention, and that makes Kurt assign the Drifter into a match. A one-on-one match, his first match on Raw, against Dean Ambrose. Excuse me. But I actually didn't see that match. Sadly, I guess I was doing something else or whatever. But yeah. But yeah. Then after that, we had Akira Tozawa have a match against with Brian Kendrick backstage watching, but he had a match against Arya Daivari. Pretty good match. It's cruiserweights, so But the winner of the match was Tozawa, because why would Daivari win? I don't know. But then Brian says he's impressed, but not as impressed as the rest of the WWE Universe, because he's going to destroy Tozawa in their street fight on 205 Live tomorrow night. So, can't wait to see that. Tomorrow. I'm recording this Monday, so yeah, tomorrow. Then, after that, commentary hypes up Ambrose versus Samson. Man, I'm really mad I missed that. But we come back from commercial. Sasha Banks is walking backstage when an interview rolls up. She says her match against Alicia Fox tonight is her get out of jail free card match to get away from Fox and Noam Dar. So if she wins, she doesn't have to talk to them anymore. And yeah. Then after that, Elias Sampson is on a stool in the middle of the ring, playing his guitar and singing a song about drifting into Grand Rapids tonight and how he's gonna beat up Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose versus Elias Sampson. Oh my gosh, excuse the sniffles. But stare down corner to corner, collar and elbow Sampson with a side headlock. Wrenching it in, Ambrose tries to shoot him off, but the Drifter blocks back, elbows off the ropes. Blah, 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 blah. Drifting to the outside, back from commercial. Drifter's on top. But the winner is Elias Sampson by disqualification, because Sampson catches Dean flush with a jumping knee, not enough. Boot Ambrose counters with the pendulum lariat, and Miz runs from commentary and attacks Ambrose. He attacks Drifter, never mind. But I didn't even know Miz was on commentary, but Miz was on commentary. Then Miz tries to make his escape. Dean gets a hold of him, but Samson comes from behind and hits a rolling cutter. Commentary hypes up Miz and Dean's Extreme Rules match, which will take place at Extreme Rules. Then after that, a referee escorts Big Cass backstage where he finds Enzo Amore passed out in some revel. He tries to revive his buddy, and we go to break. Back from commercial, and Enzo is awake and responding to questions from EMTs, but he didn't see who jumped him. Kurt Angle promises he'll get to the bottom of it, and Cass says Angle better hope he finds out who did it. Oh, excuse me. Oh shit. But then, after that, Finn Balor makes his entrance and gets on the mic. He greets Grand Rapids and says Balor Club is in the building. They have their hands full because at Extreme Rules, he will win the Fatal 5-Way and go on to beat the Beast Brock Lesnar. And tonight, Carl Anderson stands in his path, but don't worry, he'll deal with him. And enter Paul Heyman. He does his usual stick. Oh, you can't be 21-1, and oh, you can't be the guy who takes steroids for a UFC fight. And blah blah blah. He says, "Yo, you can't beat him. You may think you can, but you can't." And yeah. Sorry, I'm just going through it really fast. Well then, after that, we go into Carl Anderson taking on Finn Balor. Pretty good match. Finn Balor won, of course, because the club is trash, sadly. But yeah. Then after that, commentary hype up our big tag match for later as well. Sheamus taking on Matt Hardy. Then we go to break. Then we come back for commercial, and Alicia Fox is in the ring ahead of her match. So getting the jobber entrance. Alicia Fox versus Sasha Banks. Pretty good match. I was doing stuff during this, but I mean it was a good match. But the winner of the match was Sasha Banks. She won by pinfall, and then slaps Noam Dar after the match because he was like complaining. Then Alicia Fox got the upper hand and stands tall at the end of it. And after that, Kalisto is hanging on the back, and with Apollo Crews talking about, hey man, what's up, hey man, what's wrong with you? And blah blah blah. Titus O'Neil rolls up, it's like, hey, what you doing, Kalisto? He's like, nah man, I'm just kidding you. You want to be the first international customer of Titus brand. Kalisto's like, no, I don't want any Titus brand. And yeah. But that causes Titus to set up a match between Kalisto and Apollo for later in the night. I didn't see that match, but I don't really care. Well, then we come back from commercial, and commentary recaps the Golden Truth breakup and Golden Truth's Goldust's new gimmick, I guess. Or not new gimmick, new character or whatever. I get a video promo from Goldust talking about blah blah blah, why he did it and everything. Then, after that, we get an Alexa Bliss interview backstage. She knows a picture of the mark her kendo stick left on Bayley and says she's not to worry. She's not sorry. The sound of the stick smacking flesh makes her salivate, and she can't wait to do it again at Extreme Rules. But then Bayley's daydreaming about some scenario where she'll become the champion and blah 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 blah, and she runs down Bayley. Then we get a recap. After that, we get a recap of Reigns and Strowman. Why, I don't know. And after that, we go to break. Then we come back from commercial, and Kalisto is in the ring waiting for his match against Apollo. Yeah, but pretty good match. I mean, of what I saw of it, Kalisto's struggling to his feet. Body blows, jawbreaker off the ropes, and right into an enziguri that nearly ends the match. back suplex, slip, Titus barking orders, Kalisto reverses to a victory roll in, and Kalisto wins by pinfall. What a surprise. And Titus gets in the ring and starts yelling at Apollo Crews. Then after that, we get Matt Hardy taking on Sheamus. Really good match. Love seeing these guys fight. I think they should calm it down with, them having matches with each other in it because, yeah, they're really good and everything, but if we see too much of it, it'll get tiring. But, pretty good match. It was to determine the stipulation at Extreme Rules. Matt Hardy wins by pinfall, twist fate, and, the stipulation for their tag team title match at Extreme Rules is not an Extreme Rules match, a steel cage match. Thought it was going to be a Hell in a Cell for some reason, and thought it was going to be a TLC, but nope. Going to be a steel cage match. Then after that, we come to recapping the events that led to our main event tag match this evening. Then we come back from commercial, and we see some cruiserweight action. Austin Aries taking on Tony Nese. Aries won, no surprise. Really good match though, between them. But Austin Aries won with the last chancery. Then Neville came in because he was at ringside, and he beat the shit out of that one guy. What? I forgot his name. What's his? Tony Nese. That's the guy's name. Yeah, but he just did that to him, and then Aries is like, "Oh yeah, man, you can't do that to me." So he just left Tony Nese to burn. Then after that, hold on, notes got mixed up. We got Alexa Bliss taking on taking on Mick James. Pretty meh match of what I saw of it. Alexa won with the snap DDT. No surprise, but yeah. And then she was beating up on Mickey after the match, and then she was gonna beat up on her with the kendo stick. Then Bayley came out and almost got on top of Alexa, but nope, she didn't. Then after that, commentary informs us that our main event tag team match is up next. Surprisingly, I was watching like, holy shit, it's 11 already, or like close to 11. Then we come back from commercial, and we get hype for the Akira Tozawa vs. Brian Kendrick street fight tomorrow night on 205 Live. And after that, we have our main event, which was Bray Wyatt, Samoa Joe, taking on Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. Pretty good main event. I enjoyed it. It ended with Reigns accidentally hitting Seth Rollins because Samoa Joe moved out of the way. Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns were, or not Samoa Joe, Seth and Roman were, back talking to each other. But the match won with Bray Wyatt and Samoa Joe, or well, no, just Samoa Joe, winning by submission when Joe does a coquina clutch on Seth Rollins. And Joe and Wyatt celebrate their victory when Finn Balor rolls up to Kurt Angle backstage, asking Angle to not leave him out of the fun next week. He says he wants a match against one of those guys. Kurt denies him a match against one of those guys, instead making a triple threat, Finn Balor versus Joe versus Wyatt. That's music to Balor's ears. Angle makes Rollins versus Reigns for next week as well, and puts himself over as a great GM. And that's the show, folks. Why did they go out with a Looney Tunes? I don't know. But yeah, really good episode of Raw. I mean, I was doing stuff during it, and I was kind of bored of it, actually. I mean, there's enough to keep me entertained. Pretty good episode. But, yeah. But if y'all did enjoy this episode of Robert Solved, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat. And if you want to see the rest of the series, please click the link down below or the annotation on the screen at the end of the video. As always, have a nice day. I'll see y'all in the next one.